Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where I think I'm dying. Two days,
Wow.
2 days in a row, I craved McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like look at me. I am drinking a McDonald's Coke right now. It is 10:05 in the morning. Pray for me. I think I'm dying.
Uh,
I think I'm
yeah.
I think I'm dying. Um
You need
I
to see a doctor
I
ASAP.
really do because I
What
don't like McDonald's. Don't know why I've been craving McDonald's.
you have a brain tumor or something because
Yeah,
it's
they're
making you make disgusting decisions to eat
there
McDonald's.
must be something wrong with me because literally
It's very fitting for what's going to happen for later on in this episode, but anyway.
I was sitting in my bed yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, I want a McChicken and some like fries. I was so confused, and then I was like, maybe this will pass, and I sat for a while, and then eventually I just opened up my phone and ordered it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you still weren't like satisfied. You had to get it today too.
No, and then this morning I was like, an egg McMuffin does not sound bad.
Jordan,
There's something wrong with me.
there's something wrong.
I
We
got
need
an
to have like
egg.
an intervention or
I got an
something.
egg McMuffin, and then I got like this like plate thingy that comes with like egg, sausage, and a muffin, so I can make like another muffin sandwich. When I tell you the eggs were like both runny and hard at the same time, and for some reason it was delicious. There's something wrong.
Jordan, no,
Please,
no.
please take me to it. I'm gonna go get my booster shot tomorrow. The first thing I'm gonna do is be like, hey, can you just check me out really quick?
They're like, you know what? I craved McDonald's twice,
Yeah,
and I'm still craving it. There's something wrong.
there's something wrong. I
Oh
usually
my
crave
gosh.
Taco Bell. There's something going on here.
Yeah, I was about to say you didn't get anything from Taco Bell. That's
No,
like the go-to.
there's
I'm
something.
concerned.
You
I'm
should
really
be.
concerned.
I'm concerned. Like literally, we do not eat McDonald's in my household. Like it's just not a
No,
thing. We don't
this
do
is
it.
this is not a McDonald's household.
It's not. I don't think Nyla has ever had McDonald's, so that's another thing.
I think the last time I had McDonald's, I was in elementary school and I got fries and their ice cream machine worked, so I got a cone. And that was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm, mm.
You need to keep me updated. If it
I
happens
will
again, we're taking you to
take
the
me somewhere.
emergency.
I don't care where you take me. Take me somewhere. We can't be having this.
We really can't.
The last time I got McDonald's was I was hungover for 4 days, and I was like, I need something. I was like, I
Oh,
need something, and
anything.
it was like the quickest thing that would get to my house. That's why I ordered it.
Well,
I didn't
okay.
even enjoy it, but like I actually enjoyed it these past 2 days.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. You were
Yeah,
hungover and it was still disgusting.
yeah. If I enjoyed my McDonald's these past 2 days, please pray for me.
Yeah, he needs it.
Like I scarfed it up. Like
Oh.
I ate it. But let's move on to something even worse that happened to me. So yesterday, I'm watching TV. It's
Mhm.
11:15 at night. Brandy calls me and I'm like, "Oh, is there like an emergency?" I answer the phone. I hear music in the background. Immediately I was like, "Ma'am, do you know what time it is?" I That's the first words that came out of my mouth. And she was like, "We're me and her boyfriend are like out somewhere like near my house. Put on some pants and come meet us." And then I reiterated, I was like, "Ma'am, do you know what time it is?" It is 11 now 17. I was like, I do not leave my house past 9.
Yeah, there's a hard limit.
There is a hard stop at 9. I'm
Yes.
not leaving my house past 9. And then she tried to like talk me into it. And I was like, look, listen, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of my bed to go to some bar where I would only be able to have one drink anyway because I drove myself. Like I'm
True.
not doing that.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so I was like, you have fun, hung up the phone, and went back to watching TV. But
I
yeah,
mean,
I out of her mind.
yeah, no.
Maybe there's something like spreading throughout my family. It's making us all sick because
I know.
no,
Maybe she trigger the McDonald's craving, or did you start
no,
that?
it was before. It was before
Okay.
that, unfortunately.
So you are ground zero for whatever madness is going on.
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
But like, how was your week?
Better, not as detrimental as yours with the McDonald's cravings.
Oh yeah, I'm down bad, but it's fine. It's fine.
You're so down bad. I had an interview this week.
Ooh.
Woohoo. Let's go. It's actually really surprising. I like made my application like really late in the day. And then an hour later, they're like, yeah, let's set up an interview. I'm like, bro, what the heck? It's like
Girl,
9 o'clock at night.
I applied to some jobs like 2 weeks ago, and I haven't heard back either a rejection or for an interview. So good for you.
I know. I was so surprised. But I do want to hear back from my other jobs though, because I'm like, this job is nice. And like I would take it, but I really want to hear from the other jobs first. Cause like the other two jobs that I applied to first, like those are my like top tier. I'd love to work there. But like we're gonna see. I'm not gonna be picky, but I want better than
Girl, you can be
the
picky.
job.
You can be
Yeah,
picky.
I can be picky. I just want something better than what's happening right now.
You
Because
be
what
not you being not picky will put you in the position I was in, where I
yeah, and
hated my
yeah,
fucking job and then
true.
quit after 3 months.
True. All right. You're right. You're right. But yeah. Also I wanted to get my interview was on Friday and I made it like right after work, knowing that I would get off early that day. But I didn't get off early that day. So I was really irritated because I wanted to get pokey before my interview so I could have lunch because the last time I ate was 7 o'clock in the morning. So I had to go through my interview that lasted until like 2 o'clock and I was still hadn't eaten. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so surprised I made it through this interview without
Mm,
like it's like a hangry side effect to like show through.
yeah, the Lord was with you.
He really was. I was like, I am so happy like none of my eye rolling or inner monologue had come out during this because they would not have wanted me for this job. Yeah, so that was me. I'm waiting to hear back from them, but they said that they liked me, so we'll see how that
Yay.
goes. We'll see how that goes. Also, you know that adulting life has gotten to you when you were excited that you got your Starbucks Christmas cup this year.
Oh, I like woke up early to get mine.
Oh yeah.
And thank goodness I did because I got to that Starbucks and like half the cups were gone.
I know. I was so surprised, like when you said that, because when you told me I had just ordered my drink to go get my cup.
Yeah, we got to that Starbucks. There was a line. They had all
Oof.
the red cup, like they had one of the baristas just like handing out drinks and
Uh-huh.
with the cups
With the
on
cup,
like
yeah.
a separate table.
Hmm.
Half of the table was empty already, and it was like 7:45 in the morning. I was like, oh
Jeez.
my gosh.
Yeah.
But I got my cup.
Also, I might be saying something controversial.
Okay.
But the peppermint mocha
Mhm.
that I ordered, it's not for me.
Really?
It's not for me. It kind of made me sick.
I don't even like chocolate and I love the peppermint mocha. So how
Really?
do you not?
This was my first one ever, by the way. Um,
Weird.
I was
They've
kind of curious
had
and
them for years.
I wanted to try the what is it called? The new almond milk sugar cookie one. That
Tried
sounded
that
like
one, was not impressed.
was not. It didn't sound great, but I'm like, compared to the other flavors, I feel like that would be my best bet. But I got the peppermint mocha because like they were out of it at my store. Yeah, yeah, it was interesting to say the least. I don't think I'd ever get it again, but if I did, maybe I'd get less of the pumps because I don't know what it was, but it just wasn't great.
Oh, I love me. I am a peppermint mocha whore. I love a peppermint mocha.
Is this like your version of like the craziness with the pumpkin spice lattes?
Oh, I fucking hate pumpkin spice lattes. Can't stand them. Don't
Me
know
either.
why. Don't get the hype at all. A
Yeah.
peppermint mocha though,
Mm.
Christmas in a cup. Christmas in a it makes me so happy. Love a peppermint mocha and a caramel brulee latte. But peppermint mocha is god tier to me. But yeah, for that, and you're not missing out on that like sugar cookie whatever thingy. I ordered one.
Mm.
It just tasted like a regular like latte with sprinkles in it. Like it wasn't anything special.
See, I was kind of banking on that though, so that like I wasn't like overwhelmed with like the peppermint mocha.
But like these lying ass bitches on TikTok are like, it tastes just like a sugar cookie. They're lying to you. It is
So it's not worth the hype.
It is a almond milk latte that they put sprinkles in and then upcharged you for. It's not. Come on, people.
Is there any like pumps in it, like vanilla or anything?
I have no idea, but it just tasted like
A regular latte.
Like if I went to Starbucks and was like, I want an almond milk latte, that's exactly what it is.
Wow, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I was like, this is no different than what I would get if I just got an almond milk latte.
Right. I was kind of hyped. Uh-oh, guess not.
Yeah, it's over. It's
okay, but what about the white chocolate mocha? Is that one better?
I've only had the like Frappuccino version.
Okay.
And that might actually be sweeter because isn't white chocolate just sugar?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's just sugar. I thought it tasted good, but like,
oh my gosh, they really do put sprinkles on the almond milk latte.
Yeah, it's just sprinkles. That's it.
Oh yeah, they do put flavors on it. It says 4 pumps of sugar cookie syrup.
Did they not put it in mine?
Maybe not.
Because is sugar cookie syrup just vanilla syrup?
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
It's probably just vanilla.
Got it. That would make perfect sense.
The iced one looks good though. I don't know about the hot.
There's
I like
my
coffee
one?
iced. Yeah.
I thought it was only iced.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Either way, it's sold that at my store, so I can't try it. I guess I have to stick to my matcha teas and my in my coffee. Hey,
disgusting.
Hey, it's
disgusting.
Good.
You're paying to drink swamp water. Disgusting.
How dare you?
Please, let's please give up on. Can we please stop pretending like matcha tastes good? Please, please,
homie.
I
put on my Christmas list to my parents that I wanted a full-on like matcha whisk and stuff like that, like the bamboo one, so I could be like official.
Kelly, it's been 10 years. You can stop pretending, please.
No,
everyone can stop pretending.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I tried it, it literally tasted like grass.
Because it's grass.
But I like it now. I think the first time I tried it, I was in middle school.
Absolutely not. Like I said, it's been 10 years. Please let it go. Please.
You're gonna have to pry my ice.
You're like one of those old white women at Jamba Juice who gets a wheatgrass shot every time they go. Please give it up. It's not good.
Wheatgrass is disgusting. Matcha's better.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
It's the same thing.
I swear.
Girl, it's marketing. It's the same thing.
Marketing.
You're literally having a wheatgrass shot with sugar. Please, Kelly.
You craved McDonald's, so you're not questioning my.
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. I can't talk about anyone's food cravings at the moment. I can't.
No. Until you've been cured and purged of whatever demon is making you want McDonald's. You have no say.
I will say at this moment, the thought of getting McDonald's again makes me want to barf. So maybe I'm
Okay.
healed. Maybe.
Maybe you're on the uphill. You're good now.
Yeah.
But Starbucks, if you are listening, can you please bring back the cinnamon dolce latte, please? Please.
Uh, I'm not invested. I don't know what that is. Sorry.
It's good. I love cinnamon, and it's so good. It's so good. Anyway.
Wow.
Are you ready to get this episode on the road?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Sorry.
We had a lot of thoughts this morning.
We really did. We're very opinionated.
Very. So are you ready to talk about last holiday?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, sorry. Merry Christmas.
Actually, happy Hanukkah, because like Hanukkah's coming up when this first comes up. Happy Hanukkah, y'all.
Yes, we see you.
We see you. And then eventually, happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, happy Kwanzaa. That's later in the month.
That's later, but like we'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
I'm just gonna give a quick little caveat. I'm probably going to butcher these people's names. Like these chefs' names. Pray for me. Pray for me. Like Chef Didier, is that how it was pronounced? Because it was spelled Didier. So
for some reason, the whole time she said his name, I thought she was saying it wrong. Like that was the Americanized version of it. So
I don't know.
Don't.
So just like forgive me in advance.
Yes.
And then this other chef's name, no idea. So okay. So we open up the movie with a black choir rehearsing at a church in Louisiana, and a woman named Georgia Bird gets called out for not singing loud enough, and that will happen in a black choir. It will. She apologizes, and after rehearsal, she walks to the grocery store, and then she walks home, where on her walk home, she gets catcalled for some reason.
There is no reason for catcalling. It just happens.
I'm just gonna say this right now. If you see a woman walking home with groceries in her hands, you do not need to catcall her. I mean, you should never catcall.
No, yeah.
But like, especially if she's walking home with her little 2-inch kitten heels on her way home carrying grocery bag, please leave that woman alone.
Yes, please.
She does not want you.
No. She wants to get home, and
she wants to get home.
That's literally it.
She wants to get home. She wants to take off those shoes she's been wearing for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to turn on Lifetime and cook her food. Like, please leave her alone.
Yes. That's not the time. Definitely not.
Yeah. And so when Georgia gets home, she's greeted by her neighbor, Darius, like middle school, maybe high school age boy. Don't know his age.
Yeah, it's questionable.
It's questionable. All I know is he's the kid from Big Mama's house. That's all I know. And she invites him over to her house to eat. Georgia watches a cooking show starring, here we go, Emeril Lagasse. Is that how you pronounce that man's name?
Sounds good to me.
I know nothing about celebrity chefs. I really don't. I don't care. Don't care. Yeah. They're all white, so I don't care.
Right.
They're usually white men. So
yeah, if you're not like Chopped or something, or like the Great British Bake Off, I am not watching.
I've never seen either of those shows. I don't watch cooking shows.
Really? I kind of like the fast pace of Chopped. That's why it like had a chokehold on me in college for some time.
I feel like I would be too judgmental if I watched a cooking show. I'd be like, what are you doing? No.
Probably.
I'm like, put some more seasoning in that. Come on. Yeah. And so she's watching Emeril Lagasse, and he's making a delicious looking chicken. I will say that chicken looks good.
Yeah.
Will say it looks good.
Right.
Give him props for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she makes it, and she puts a picture of it into her possibilities book, which is a book of all of her hopes for life. Darius loves the meal, and Georgia doesn't eat it. Yep. She doesn't eat it. She has lean cuisine or something, or Weight Watchers, or some other bullshit diet that doesn't work.
The minute she said that she was just going to eat her lean cuisine, my first thought was, how much do you hate yourself?
Right? You hate yourself.
Yeah.
because
Like that's the only outcome.
frozen dinners are already bad, but a
Yeah,
lean cuisine
you're really you horrendous down bad.
down to the ground,
Yeah,
lights out,
you're underneath it, bro.
underneath.
That's
You're at the Earth's core at the moment.
yeah. We would like to help you out. Just eat
Please,
the damn chicken, please.
just eat the chicken. Is probably healthier than the lean cuisine. Please,
Right.
just eat the chicken.
You don't know how long that lean cuisine has been frozen. You don't know when it was made.
They
You don't
made
know
that
what's
shit two
in
years
it.
ago
Right.
and then
And it's
froze it.
probably good enough for the next 3 years too.
Yeah,
That's how you know it's bad.
it's bad. Please, Georgia, I want better for you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so she doesn't eat that meal she spent God knows how long making.
Right.
Um, and then Darius sneaks over and looks inside of her possibilities book and finds a picture of Georgia and a random man cut into bridal pictures.
She's also down bad for that too.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wedding photos. Georgia.
That's insane.
Georgia.
And she like brushes it off like it's nothing. Like it's
it's fine.
It's very weird behavior, Georgia.
It really is. Georgia, no.
And
Please.
so Georgia tells Darius that the man in the photo is one of her coworkers named Sean Williams, and to not say anything to anybody. But like, who is he going to say anything to?
Right, and who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I know Sean Williams.
Yeah, I know Sean Williams who works downtown in Louisiana.
Right, of course.
At the Macy's type store.
Right, and I'm gonna tease Georgia all about it.
Which I can't wait to start talking about that store because I have thoughts. And so the next day, Georgia goes to work, and one of her coworkers encourages her to go after Sean. Georgia then follows him around the store to talk to him. But when they finally start talking, she gets nervous and ends up buying a grill, even though she had just bought one the week before.
That whole interaction, I couldn't watch.
It was cringy.
It was so cringe.
Also, can we talk about where is she getting the money to buy these grills?
Right.
Ma'am was just clipping coupons to buy her dinner the day before.
Right.
And she could afford.
You don't do that for fun. You do that because you need to.
And she could afford to buy that giant ass grill. Yeah,
right.
Some people like couponing, which like I don't care how down bad I am, I'm not doing all that work.
I know, and then you see these people who love to clip coupons, and they've got like 30 of everything in their garage, and I'm like, you're still out here buying stuff?
Yeah, please stop buying stuff.
You've got stuff for the next 10 years.
Yeah, please stop.
Yeah, if you're donating it, that's cool, but if you're not going to use it,
you're wasting resources.
Yes.
Yeah, and so she has nowhere to put it. So she doesn't put it on her front porch. She bought one of those long ass ones that you're supposed to put in like your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
She just had to put it on her porch. Didn't have anywhere to put it.
Yeah. And where did she put the other one then?
It was in her house.
Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't
in her house.
Girl.
And so the next day at work, she's doing a cooking presentation when her boss comes over and yells at her for doing her job. He's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "The weekly cooking presentation."
Right.
Like, what's the disconnect here, sir?
Right. She's like, "I'm doing the job you hired me for."
Yeah, I'm doing my job.
Don't know what else to tell you.
Her boss is like obsessed with the company's CEO, and it's just generally an asshole.
Yeah.
It's just he's one of those people who goes around talking on their phone all day super loud for no reason.
Yeah, and they do the if you want to go talk to them, they'll do that 1 minute, and then they'll just keep talking for the next 20 minutes, and you're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to, like, this discussion is over, like I gotta go.
Yeah.
And so while she's cleaning up, Sean comes over because he smelled the food, and while the two are talking, Sean asks her out, but before she can answer, or he's about to ask her out. He didn't actually ask her out. Before she can answer, she drops some stuff, and so she goes down to pick him up, and when she gets back up, she hits her head on a cabinet. Workers' comp.
Workers comp, let's go.
Workers, the dream. Uh, yeah, and she goes unconscious. So Sean carries her down like 4 stories.
Yeah, that man really committed.
He committed. And they have like a clinic inside of the store. It was weird.
Yeah, it was strange. I don't understand what type of store this is.
Yeah, what department store has a clinic inside of it?
Right? You'd be lucky to get some time off of work if you hurt yourself, bro.
Also, let's talk about that. If I had an injury at work and they took me to a clinic instead of a hospital, I'd sue.
Yeah.
I'd sue.
Yeah. Also, the conversation that happened while she was unconscious, when they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need a head scan," and he's like, "Is that necessary?
Yeah, he's like, is that necessary?
Is it necessary?
And then
'Cause
finally,
if it's not, we're not paying for it." And I'm like,
yeah,
"Bro,
he's like, all
that's
she
the
did was,
whole like American work system right there."
yeah, he was like, all she did was hit her head. She's fine.
She's fine.
No way her brain could be bleeding. Like, she's fine.
Of course
But yeah,
not.
in the waiting room, like half unconscious Georgia, it's like having hallucinations of Sean. And then she awakens to a doctor yelling in her face. Don't you see?
Yeah.
You see why I don't do clinics? No.
No.
So after fighting with Georgia's boss, the doctor finally is like, if she does not get a CAT scan, she could sue us.
Yeah.
I would sue either
Way.
way. But yeah. And so she goes in, has her CAT scan, and the doctor finds something weird on the CAT scan. So he has her go through it again. After Georgia's scan, she is told that she has a rare disease called Lampington's disease, which is not real. I looked it up.
Okay, I was about to look it up.
And without treatment, she will die in about 3 weeks, even though she's showing no symptoms. They're just like, yep, you're sick.
Yeah, they're like, have you had these symptoms? And like she never answers, but I'm like,
no, she legit said no. She was like,
she said no? Okay.
Yeah, she was like, no, I feel fine. And they're like, oh, well,
geez.
you're still dying. No second opinion.
No second opinion.
No rescans. No nothing.
If somebody told me I was dying, I would get a second and a third.
Yeah, I'd get like 5 opinions.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's be sure I'm dying.
Yeah, let's be real sure.
Let's be real sure.
I will pay whatever I need to.
Especially when this comes up. They're like, yeah, so like you could just get like the surgery and like you should be fine. And so they send her to her HMO administrator, who tells her that the surgery is not covered. And if she wanted to pay for it herself, it would cost $340,000 without anesthesia. Which honestly, if you're getting brain surgery, from what I've heard, you don't need anesthesia.
Yeah, they need you awake.
Yeah.
So they can, like, when they can touch parts of your brain, make sure that things are working correctly. I've seen Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, we've seen Grey's Anatomy. We bring this up every episode, but like we've seen Grey's Anatomy.
Do not take our medical advice for real.
Please don't. Because like I'm pretty sure you can't sue me, but like I would feel bad.
We're gonna make sure we're not. Yeah.
Yeah. And so after this, Georgia feels defeated, so she goes home and she calls her sister to try to tell her what's going on. But her sister is being very self-obsessed at the moment and doesn't want to listen to Georgia. And so she never gets to tell her.
Bruh, I'd fight my sibling.
Right? The cuss words that would have came out of my mouth.
I'd fight her, bro. I'd be like, let me talk to my beautiful niece and nephew.
Right. Let me talk to somebody who wants to listen to me. Like,
right.
Come on.
Right. Is there somebody in this house that I could just, tell this to?
And so the next day, Georgia shows up to work to talk to her boss about what's going on. But he's being an asshole, so she breaks his phone and quits.
Good for her.
Good for her. He tries to get her to stay because her department has the highest profit margin. And he thinks that she's quitting because she wants a raise. And this upsets her, so she leaves.
Yeah.
And then this dude what did he start off with? Like a 30-cent rate?
Oh, 50? I thought he said 50.
Okay, so he's like, here, I'll give you a 50-cent raise. And then
Mm-mm.
she is gone. And then he
Mhm.
goes on the speaker and keeps going up until he gets to 150. And that's his last offer.
Gross.
$1.50.
Gross. Mm-mm.
What a
Nope.
dollar 50 doesn't even cover the taxes.
Nope. It does not.
So yeah, I also would have left even if I wasn't dying. And so while leaving, Sean sees Georgia and he asks her to a basketball game in a couple of weeks, but she sadly tells him no.
Oh,
But he gives her the tickets to keep just in case her plans change.
cute.
Sometime later, Georgia goes to church and has a breakdown, but everyone in the congregation believes she's catching the Holy Spirit and they start singing and dancing. She's just screaming, why? And they're like, why?
Right, right. I feel like that's like the epitome of like having a breakdown, but everyone thinks you're fine anyway.
Yeah. They were like, wow, that was a great service. Meanwhile, she has walked back home and is crying her eyes out.
Yeah, she's genuinely upset.
Yes. When she gets home, Georgia books a flight to the Grand Hotel Poop in the Czech Republic on Travelocity because product
Wow.
placement.
Yes.
Travelocity. She also goes to the bank, liquidates her IRA and her mother's bonds, which the taxes she gonna have to
Mm,
pay later.
mm, mm.
On the flight to the Czech Republic, a large man in the seat in front of hers keeps pushing his seat into her lap.
I'd fight him.
And so I would have too. And so she gets into like a huge scuffle with him. And then one of the flight attendants tries to like class shame her. He's like, well,
Mm,
if you paid
mm.
for first class, you would have had plenty of space. I would have fought.
Yeah, I would have fought everybody on
I
that
would have
plane.
fought everybody on that plane. But she's better than me because she just buys a first class ticket.
Really though, she's just like, oh, I mean, I didn't know that was an option, but okay.
Which can you do that mid-flight? Upgrade your seat mid-flight?
I thought that was only available like at the beginning, like
I
before you even
thought
like
I thought so
boarded.
too. Yeah, I thought so too. But apparently you can upgrade your seat mid-flight. Um, and they somehow have a whole ass turkey they made. Don't know how
Yeah,
that worked.
me neither. I mean, I've never flown first class,
I've
but
never flown first class either. Probably never will. It's a waste of
yeah.
money. But they 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 cooked a whole turkey somehow on an
Yeah, they
airplane.
said it was some kind of special for like upgrading or whatever.
Yeah, something like special for the holidays or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Georgia's having the time of her life because she's being
Yeah, good for
pampered.
her.
She has her own comfy seat. They
Mm.
gave her champagne. It's great. When she lands, the line for taxis is very long. So Georgia charters a helicopter to take her to the hotel.
Naturally.
Naturally, as one does. Which, if I start adding up the prices of everything she's doing, I feel like she could have paid for that surgery.
That's what I'm feeling too. Literally
Mm-hmm.
though. Because I'm
Yep.
like, because they never tell us exact like how much she gets from all of like the buyouts or whatever. They never tell us.
It's a lot
It
though,
is a lot, apparently, because she just blows it all.
because she stays in a $4,000 a night hotel for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then
She
she does a shopping spree. She does basically all of the spa
she does
treatments.
every spa treatment that a hotel has.
She
She
got the
goes,
specials, all of them on one night.
yeah, she bought everything in that restaurant every single
Right.
day.
Right.
She
She,
flew first class.
yep,
She
got a helicopter.
chartered a helicopter. Paid to go to that charity dinner, which I'm sure was
Mm-hmm.
not cheap. We'll talk about everything she does
Yeah,
here.
we both. Yeah.
And so when Georgia's helicopter is landing, two American senators, no,
No.
one was a senator, one was a
One was a
congressman.
congressman.
There we go. As who is arriving in the helicopter, and one of the baggage handlers says they don't know, but the last person who arrived in a helicopter was Elton John.
Let's go.
And so inside the Grand Hotel Poop, Georgia is told that the Louisiana senator is there and she is shocked because he was supposed to go to her church to speak that week.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
While checking in, Georgia is amazed at the architecture and mentions that the ceiling just makes her want to cry before being told that her room isn't ready. And the only room that is ready is the presidential suite, that I mentioned before costs $4,000 a night.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, sure, I'll take it. Why not? She was like, what they gonna do?
Right. Also, I'd love to just maybe like for 1 week, just be able to do that.
Girl, I was like, I went because like I'm going to Hawaii later. I went to like see when I was looking for hotels for Hawaii. There
Mm-hmm.
were hotel rooms that were very basic that were like $1,000 a night, and I was like, who is paying for this?
Right.
Like
Somebody, obviously,
in
but
this economy
right.
with this inflation? No, 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 no,
Mm-mm. No,
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 no, no, no, no, no.
absolutely not.
They crazy. And so, also arriving at the hotel is the CEO of Georgia's old company, Matthew Kragen, and his assistant, Allison Burns, who are there to
Assistant.
assistant, assistant.
Assistant. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
can't hear the quotes that we're doing
yeah,
around it. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
And they're there to smooth Senator Dillings and Congressman Stewart. After Georgia has gotten settled in her room, she goes shopping for a whole new wardrobe.
I loved
Uh,
that scene.
and she has the standard like shopping montage sequence where she tries on a million clothes and then she tries on the perfect outfit at the end. The perfect
Heck
outfit
yeah.
that she never wears.
Never wears.
Never wears. I kid you not. I was like, oh yeah, that looks nice. And then she
Right.
showed up in the next scene in a completely different dress.
Right. It's like, girl, why don't you do the other dress?
But I did like the dress she showed up in better.
Yeah, the red one was better.
It was better.
The purple one was kind of basic.
Yeah. And so Georgia is seated at her table for dinner and is noticed by Kragen and everyone else, especially when she orders everything on the menu because she is told that Chef Didier never has the same menu. Which, how?
Yeah.
I get like rotating in and out stuff, but like never having the same menu.
Yeah, that means you're constantly creating.
You're constantly, and there's only so much you can do with chicken and fish.
Right.
There's only so much you can do.
Also, when you work at like hotels like that, don't they want to know what you're making like, I don't know, months in advance so they can get the right ingredients for you?
Probably.
So you
But
can't like,
he don't care though. He's like,
yeah, you really don't.
he was like, I'm gonna show up to that little market on the street, point out what I want, and I'm just gonna make something out of that. And so while Georgia is ordering everything on the menu, Kragen has a waiter fired because he spilled a little bit of wine on the table. When Chef
Disgusting.
Didier receives Kragen's table's order, he's appalled because they have modifications for everything. Like Allison ordered risotto without cheese, and I was like, "What? That's noodles,
Yeah, what is
ma'am.
it then? Yeah.
That's noodles."
Yeah, she just wanted plain noodles.
She just
She
wanted
wasn't really
plain noodles.
hungry.
She's a 5-year-old.
Yes, she
She
is.
just wants noodles and butter.
Justin, yeah.
Oh
She's
wait,
watching
no,
her figure.
butter is dairy.
Better is dairy.
She wants earth balance.
Yes.
And so yeah, he's upset because he's like, I come up with all these creations and they just want to like pick and choose what they want. And then he gets like ecstatic when he sees Georgia's order of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes outside to meet her. And honestly, Georgia was on to something ordering everything because with those small portions, I would have also ordered everything.
Right, same.
Like those like little plates came out, and I was like, oh, she can't eat all that.
I know, because she like when he read off the order, I was like, that's like 6 to 8 things.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And then it comes out and it's like, maybe half a cup of like dinner on each plate. You're like, oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah. I could do that.
Yeah, you're fine.
maybe DDA was like smart and made smaller portions for her, but yeah.
Maybe.
And so yeah, DDA comes out and he's Kragen stands up because he's like, come to our table, but he like stops to George's table first, which makes Kragen upset for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know.
And so Kragen asks Senator Dillings if he knows Georgia. And Senator Dillings is like, not all black people know each other. he's like he's like, just because she's black don't mean I know her.
Right.
But then Allison comes in for the stage. She's like, no, she's from Louisiana.
Yeah, good for her.
And even then I'd have been like, okay, like,
yeah, right. So
there's tons of black people in Louisiana.
right.
But yeah, he's like, maybe I know her from somewhere, but I don't recall.
Mm-hmm.
And so back in Louisiana, Sean goes to the clinic to talk to the doctor about why Georgia quit her job and no one's seen her. And then the doctor breaks HIPAA and
Yes.
tells him that she's going to die.
That man ought to be fired.
For multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For multiple reasons. Back at the Grand Hotel Poop, Georgia is in the spa being completely pampered. She gets like a hot rock treatment, electric shock treatment, a treatment where she gets like beat with a bush, one with like bells. I don't understand what that was. And
yeah, I don't know a lot of what happened.
And something that looked like a seaweed wrap, but it looked like she was wrapped in toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah. And then so after all that, she's in the hot tub and Senator Dillings comes up to her and she tells him off. She's like, you were supposed to go to church last week.
Yep.
And like he's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Tell them I'm sorry.
Tell them I'm sorry. And she just leaves. She's like, I can't with this. She leaves and she goes to the elevator where she finds Kragen and Allison making out. They didn't even wait for the door to close.
They really didn't.
Like, they weren't trying to hide it at all.
No.
Like, literally, the door was wide open. They started making out and, like, jumping on top of each other. And then, like, she walks up as the door is closing. And they're like, oh, my goodness, a person. In this busy hotel during the holidays.
Right. Oh no, you came in on us.
Yeah. How did anyone know we were having an affair?
Right. Like you his wife has to know.
They have one bed. They have one room.
Yeah.
They have one room. They really didn't even like try to fake it and like get two rooms to like make it seem like they have one room.
Yeah. No one was thinking.
It's a mess. And so Kragen freaks out in their hotel room because he's worried that Georgia is a watchdog because he is illegally hosting a senator and congressman and breaking probably hundreds of laws.
Yes.
Because that's what always irked me about this movie. I was like, is it legal for an American businessman to take senators and congress people to a different state, Jordan, country, sorry, it's a little early, a different country, and then to like buy them gifts, pay for their hotel rooms and all that stuff. I was like, I know it's not legal in the United States.
Yeah.
So
just because you go to a different country does not mean you're exempt.
Yeah, I was like, this is no. But then he kind of like confirms it. He's like, well, it's kind of not legal, but yeah. Yeah, and so he's all freaked out about Georgia because he's like, what if she's here to like report me? But then Allison brings up a very intelligent thought. She's like, yeah, she's staying in a $4,000 a night room. Like, nobody is doing that. Yeah, just to catch you in the act. of doing something illegally that you are doing out in the open. Like that's
Yeah.
it's not
This
happening.
this man really can't think for himself.
No, he can't. Um, Back in Georgia's room, she's rolling around on the sheets when the floor valet, Miss Gunter, walks in and asks if Georgia needs anything. Georgia asks for ski lessons and more spa treatments before gifting, air quotes, Miss Gunter a colonic. She's like, you're a little uptight.
Yeah.
Here's my gift to you.
Right. There's something going on in there.
Yeah. At the slopes, Georgia is having a snowboarding lesson, which is weird because I thought she wanted a ski lesson. Uh, when
Yeah,
her
maybe she changed her mind.
when her very dumb teacher has her practice on a very large slope
Yeah.
and didn't teach her how to stop first.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like, the fact that this hotel is not bankrupt is wild.
Right. Like, where's y'all's bunny slopes?
Yeah, where's the bunny slopes?
You gotta have a bunny slope.
I know there aren't that many children here, but still.
Right.
And
You need
so
something.
yeah, she starts going down the hill uncontrollably, where she passes by Kragen, Allison, and Senator Dillings, and ends up going down a black diamond run.
Also, how did they know it was her?
Who knows? Maybe because she was the only other black person other than Senator Dillings,
How
but like
could you
she was covered from head to
tell?
toe, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so Kragen goes after her for some reason.
His male ego is very fragile,
Yeah,
so
he
he
was
had to
like,
go show
she's
her
going
up.
down the Black Diamond run. I have to go down the Black Diamond run. Yeah, and so while trying to stop herself, she ends up on top of Kragen's skis and accidentally knocks him down, making him even more upset. So he chases after her, and they both go down the mountain. She ends up landing on a table, and he crashes into the snow and tells her that if she continues to ski like that, she'll end up in court for the next 2 years. And she just laughs it off. She's like, I'll be dead. And so back at the spa, while she's getting a massage, Georgia hears Allison yelling at her masseuse. So Georgia goes over and yells at her for the way that she's treating working class people,
Mhm.
and pretty much tells her to stop feeling embarrassed about the fact that she's having an affair with somebody else's husband. She's like, if you're going to do it, but like, shut up
Right.
about it. Like, we don't
Right.
care.
Right. She's like, commit and know that there are consequences.
Exactly. Later, Allison goes over to Georgia and asks her if it's obvious that she's sleeping with Kragen. A blind person could see that you're sleeping with Kragen.
Bro.
Like I said earlier, you're making out in elevators with the door open.
Right.
You're
There's no secrecy here.
you're booking one hotel room for the both of you. Like, you're not being sneaky at all.
Yeah, no.
Like, you could put in a little bit of effort and then you can ask me that question.
Right.
And so Allison then goes on like some long sob story about how she's a hard worker, and if she breaks up with him, she'll have to quit her job, and
Oh
she
no.
never got to finish school, and blah 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 blah. And then Georgia's like, okay, go finish school. Like, yeah,
Duh.
like, where's the disconnect?
Sometimes you do need that person to just be like, you are so dumb right now.
You're so dumb. We
You're
all have our
not
dumb
thinking.
we all have our dumb moments. So like,
We really do.
I will forgive Allison for that, but like, come on, girl. The answer is in the question. Like, go to school. Like, yeah. And then so that night, Allison like sarcastically says that maybe Georgia is an executive for Walmart, like just messing with him, and he like wholeheartedly believes her. He's like, you're
No.
right. Like, with like, you can Google who the executives of
Yeah.
Walmart are. Like, she's not an executive of Walmart.
Also, shouldn't he know who his
Yeah,
competitors are?
you should know who your competitors' executives are. Don't you meet them at
Mm,
like summits and meetings and at Capitol
right.
Hill while you're trying to get your merger pushed through and stuff like that? Like, what's happening?
Right. This man clearly can't do anything on his own.
He's not a good CEO. It's very
Mm-mm.
apparent he's not a good CEO. And then so she like rolls her eyes and like he just keeps going on about how she's there to destroy him. And then he's like, you know what? I need to calm down and like tries to make a move on her. And she's like, no,
Absolutely
no.
not. Good for her.
Good for her. Like, it's taken a minute, but she's
Yeah.
like, she's getting it. She's getting
She's
it.
there now. Yeah. She's good.
Um, Back in Louisiana, Sean goes to Georgia's house to look for her, and Darius notices and shows him Georgia's possibility book and
Mm.
where she went. I would die.
Yeah, same.
First off, I would never make a book like that. Never.
Mm-mm. No.
Never. But if
And
I,
you never show it to anybody.
oh no, it
Second
would
of
be,
all.
it would be so locked up somewhere. Like
Right.
I would sometimes forget where it was. Like
Right.
that's how good it would be hidden. Um, yeah, but if anyone saw that, especially anyone who was in it,
Yeah. Uh-uh.
I would simply pass away
Yes. Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. I would just evaporate from the sheer cringe I would experience
Yeah,
for myself.
I would immediately like, okay, this is my last breath. Breathe out, fall out. Like
Right.
it's over.
Like if you're going to be that down bad and then actually put it into action and make it into a form that somebody could find, you gotta
Yeah.
like throw that ish into the ocean. Okay.
Yeah, she just threw it into the trash, which
No, yeah.
Darius immediately went in and got it out of the trash.
Yeah. You burn it and then you throw the ashes into the ocean so that there are no remnants anywhere.
Yeah. George, it's fine. Georgia was dealing with a lot.
Yeah, she
She
was.
wasn't
She
thinking
was.
clearly.
She
It's
wasn't
fine.
in her
It's
right
fine.
mind. It was all right.
And so that night for dinner at the Grand Hotel Poop, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that every time.
Every time.
Um, Everyone in Kragen's group invites her to join them for dinner. But when she learns that Chef Didier reserved a special table for her, she invites them to sit with her. And all of them sit with her except for hating ass bitch Kragen.
Right.
But he does eventually join because like he realizes that no one is gonna go sit with him.
But he's still a bitch about it.
He's still a bitch about it. He like pushes in between a married couple
Right.
to sit next
Like,
to them. And I'm like,
mm,
go sit next to literally anyone else.
yes.
But yeah. And so Didier comes out and he says he made a special menu just for Georgia, but he will not allow substitutions. And she agrees. And so finally, all these skinny people eat something for the first time in their lives. And
Other than like their big gulp of air in the morning.
yeah, and they enjoy it. They were like, that was good.
They're like, this is my first meal in 6 years.
Yeah, this is my first meal that has carbs, gluten, dairy, certain types of meat. Like, it's great. Like, oh my gosh, we're supposed to enjoy food. Like, wow.
Like I don't even eat red meat, but like a lot of the dishes that were made in this movie, I would eat that.
Did they have red meat in this movie?
I think they did.
It looked like just a bunch of chicken, some duck, and then a lot of fish.
I thought they had something. It might have been a really close-up shot of maybe chicken or something, but they had what looked to be meat in one of the shots when they were making like the buffet for like later in the movie.
It could have been. Who
It
knows?
could have been.
Um, and then Kraken then begins to ask Georgia about who she is and where she got her money from, which is like kind of rude.
That's
And
very rude.
she simply states that she lives very frugally and that she sold all of her bonds. Congressman Stewart then asked Georgia what she's doing the next day, and she says she's going base jumping. This excites everyone, and so they're like, let's cancel all of our plans tomorrow, an entire day's worth of plans, just so we could go watch you jump off the side of a dome. Yay.
Yeah, that was so strange to me. Like you just meet this woman and then all of a sudden you want to just watch her do something
Yeah.
for your day.
And then so Kragen is like, yeah, I'll go. But I'm not just gonna watch. Like I'm gonna do it as well.
Mm.
Which would never be. I don't care how big my ego is. I'm not doing this ever. Ever.
Yeah, this man was
Ever.
really hurt. This man was really hurt to just decide he was going to do that.
Yes. And so they get to, maybe it's the next day. They get to
Yes.
the like dome where they're doing the base jumping. And the man working there is like really trying to like talk them out of doing it. He's like, yeah, we've had a couple of people die, but it's fine. Like,
He's gauging their reaction the whole time, like, please say no. Please
right.
don't commit.
He's like, I don't want to have to jump down this thing. So I
Yeah.
really want you to leave so I can get paid and just go home. And so Georgia jumps.
Mm-hmm.
She glides down beautifully, makes it to the bottom.
What a
But then
queen.
Kragen comes up with some lie about how there's like faulty wiring in his like parachute or something. And so he doesn't jump. Chickens out.
Right. Yeah. I don't blame him too much for that.
I don't either. I also would not have done that. I mean, I never would have agreed to do it in the first place. But,
That's the difference between you two.
yeah, that's the difference. Whoa. Let's circle back here. There are many differences.
Yes, sorry.
Us,
there are
but
multiple.
Like
This is just one of them.
Like fundamentally, we are completely different people.
Yes.
But
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and so back at the hotel, the staff is gossiping about the day, and they all agree that Georgia is the most amazing person that has ever come to the hotel, which is weird because like she just seems like a normal person.
Yeah.
Y'all are just used to dealing with assholes. Like she's just a
Yeah.
normal, like she wasn't even like extra sweet to anyone. She was just a normal person.
Yeah. She just acted like a regular human being, and they're like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, she
I
acted
got
like she acted like a normal human being and treated them like human beings. And they were like, she's the
Right.
most amazing person I've ever met in my entire life.
I feel so bad.
I feel
for
so
them.
bad for them. I mean, George is a very sweet person, but like the most amazing person you've ever met? Come on.
Right.
And so, yeah, they're all like, yeah, she's amazing. Everyone except for Miss Gunter, who thinks she's a fraud. With like, why? How?
Right. Like,
How?
what made you think that?
What made you think that? Kragen then comes in randomly while they're having this conversation and pays Miss Gunter to dig up dirt on Georgia. That day, Georgia and Chef Didier go into town to purchase ingredients for dinner that night. And he tells her that they both know the secret of life, butter. Which, like, fair, I guess.
Fair.
But like we have vegan butters now and they taste exactly the same. So
yeah. In my defense, probably maybe a little bit better than a regular butter.
Yeah, maybe a little, just a smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge.
She then goes off and walks by herself, contemplating the end of her life, when she catches up with Kragen's group and they invite her to see Smokey Robinson perform and to gamble at a charity event. Georgia agrees after they literally beg her.
I know.
She was like, no, I'm tired. I like jumped off the side of like a dome this morning. I just went walking into town with Chef DDA. Like, I'm tired. And they're like, no, you have to come. And she's like, sure, why not? And so meanwhile, while this is all happening, we see that Sean is on his way to the Czech Republic on a flight with a little boy who tells him that coloring will help with his fear of flying. Very cute.
Yeah.
At the charity event, everyone is playing roulette.
Yes.
Roulette. There we go. And Georgia goes on like a hot streak and she wins a small fortune of like $100,000.
Yeah, she
because she keeps playing 17 and against all statistical odds, she keeps winning.
Yeah. She really had the luck, though.
The luck of the Irish. And so they then go to the Smokey Robinson performance, and it's beautiful, causes Georgia to cry. Meanwhile, in her room, Miss Gunter is going through her things and finds out that she's a sales associate at one of Kragen's stores, and she's like, "I gotcha." Which, like, what do you have?
Right.
Like,
ooh.
And she's going to tell everybody until she finds Georgia's like handwritten will that she wrote. Because I guess she's like prepared to die at this hotel. She's just gonna like not tell anybody and just not come down one day, and then Miss Gunter's gonna come up and find a dead body.
Yeah.
Super fun. And after the show, Georgia goes outside, and Senator Dillings asks Georgia out, but she doesn't respect him enough to date him because he's more willing to help rich people than the people in his state.
Yes. And
all I have to say for Senator Dillings is he is very lucky there was nobody else out there, because that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I would have jumped into the river. That was embarrassing. She literally said, "I can't see past the for sale sign on your forehead." I was like, whoa. Ooh.
She really got him, though.
He literally couldn't say anything after that. He was like, well, yeah.
He's all like, you know what? That's it for me. I'm good.
He's like, valid, gotta go. Gotta go.
Gotta go right now.
Deuces. So Georgia gets back to her room, and she's confused because Miss Gunter is being nice to her. And then she realizes that Miss Gunter knows when she starts hugging her and says, "Please don't die."
Oh.
She's like, "Did you go through my stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it's fine. I go through everyone's stuff." Which, like,
I mean, that doesn't make it any better, but
yeah, like, maybe, like, let's get back to that later. Like, let's have this talk first, and then we're gonna circle back, because you shouldn't be going through anyone's stuff. Like, the problem here isn't that you just went through my stuff, but that's okay because you went through other people's stuff. You shouldn't be going through anyone's stuff.
Anybody at all.
Please don't do that anymore. You might find something you don't want to find.
Right. And then that might get you in big trouble.
Yes. Miss Gunter tells her that she should be with people she loves, and Georgia decides to go home, which she would just be alone if she went home.
Yeah, she really would have.
But, like, okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Sean is making his way to the Grand Hotel at the same time, but an avalanche has blocked the road, so Georgia can't get out and Sean can't get in. Georgia goes back to the hotel, and Sean decides to walk through an avalanche. Yeah,
this man is dedicated.
That's intelligent. That's a smart thing to do.
It is, of course.
Very
especially
smart.
With the outfit he's wearing.
Yep, jeans. Yep. He didn't lose a leg to frostbite.
No, he did not. He was perfectly fine.
He was perfectly fine. Miss Gunter goes to Kragen, and she tells him to shove it, essentially, but then gives him the information he needs. Like, she's like, "I have no information for you except that she works at one of your stores." And I'm like, that's exactly the information that he needs.
Right. It was so confusing. She like had this heart-to-heart with Georgia, and then she's like, "I still need to sell her out, though."
Yeah, but she gave the money back, so, like, we're supposed to feel great about that. Yeah, and so Georgia gets back to the hotel, and she sees that the kitchen is a mess because half of the staff is out, and she asks if she can help out. And, like, while talking to Chef Didier, she realizes that he knows because Miss Gunter told him for some reason.
I feel like she just told everybody.
She probably told everyone.
To tell everybody.
Because Georgia was like, "Did she tell anybody else?" And he was like, No, not at all. And she was like, "Okay." And so they agree not to talk about it anymore. and they just cook, even though Georgia's not wearing a hairnet and has 20 inches of weave just flipping all through the kitchen. Yeah, and then so they cook, and at the New Year's Eve party, Chef Didier introduces Georgia to the room and thanks her for helping to prepare the meal. Georgia then goes upstairs to get dressed, and she promises herself that in her next life she will be more adventurous. Back in Louisiana, the doctor is giving himself multiple CAT scans and realizes that there's something wrong with the machine and that Georgia is not sick. Yay. It only took him like 2 weeks. It only took him like 2 weeks to come to this conclusion. And so he goes to her house to tell her. Back at the Grand Hotel, while they are eating dinner, Kragen decides to toast to Georgia and tells everyone that she is just a worker from one of his stores, to class shame her and try to embarrass her. Of course, it doesn't work, and he just looks foolish. Especially when she's like,
he looks like an asshole.
Especially when she's like, yeah, and I'm dying.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, and so she walks away content with where she came from and all she's done. And everyone else leaves the table because they're like, that was embarrassing.
Yes.
You're
never recovering from that one.
Yeah, and Allison breaks up with him because Kragen is an asshole. Allison goes up to George's room to apologize to her and tells her that she left Matthew when a hotel worker comes by and tells them that Matthew is sitting on a ledge of the hotel. Like, it's been like 5 minutes. How?
And I love the comment from the senator that this man does not handle rejection well.
He does not.
He really doesn't.
How did he get drunk so fast?
I mean, he was chugging that bottle, but I don't know how much he had before then.
Like I said, it's been like 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
Like, Allison just walked upstairs to like be like, I'm sorry, Georgia. And Kragen is already on the ledge.
Right.
But yeah, so Georgia goes out to talk to him. And she's like, you have everything in life. Stop it. Pretty much. And stop trying to use your money to get people to like you. She then tells him of her plans, of how she wanted to open a restaurant and have a family, right before Sean arrives and runs up to where they are.
I love the part where she's like, I can hear him calling my name.
Yeah, she's like, I can hear God calling my name right now. And he's like, no, someone's calling you.
It reminded me of I don't remember where it's from, but I can still hear my Edgar's voice.
Oh, I think that's from Ice Age.
Yeah,
is it?
Stop telling people I'm
Stop
dead.
telling people I'm dead. Yeah, and so in the lobby, Miss Gunter is looking at stuff behind the front desk and finds a fax from Georgia's doctor saying that she isn't sick, and she screams with joy. Sean makes it up to the ledge and professes his love to her right before Gunter shows up and tells her that she isn't going to die. And Georgia and Sean kiss. Yay. And then the three of them get off of the ledge. And it was a very like narrow ledge. The fact that no one fell off was a miracle. Especially since Kragen was drunk. A miracle.
Right. Like, how did he maneuver himself there the first time? Like, there's no way he's getting off.
Have no idea.
The second time.
No. Why was there like no ambulance? There was like a cop car. Like, that was all that was there.
There should have been more emergency services.
There should have. And so we go back to Louisiana, and Georgia has opened a restaurant with Sean. And its opening day is a huge success with Emerald Lagasse, sorry if I mispronounced his name, showing up. I guess he's her favorite chef.
Yeah, I think he was in the book too.
Yeah. He was the man at the beginning that she was like watching him cook the chicken.
Yes.
We then have Georgia look at her book of possibilities, and she changes the title to the Book of Realities. And we see that Allison went back to school for hotel management and is seemingly working at the Grand Hotel Poop.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah. Miss Gunter went into private investigating so she could get paid to go through people's stuff. Chef DDA went on Emerald's show where no one could understand a word he was saying. That is hilarious. Georgia's boss got hit by a bus. Her doctor
On his phone.
while talking on his phone. Her doctor became a monk. Kragen lost half of his money to his wife in his divorce and the other half to the SEC. Terrible. Don't feel bad, but terrible.
Nope.
And he became a monk with Georgia's doctor. And Georgia and Sean get married while jumping out of an airplane. And that's the end of the movie.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes, I am.
So the Food Network and like their chefs, because apparently they have chefs, they made all the recipes in this movie. Like everything you saw cooked in this movie, they made.
Oh, wow.
And they posted the recipes for all the dishes on their website. And the specific dishes that they made for this movie are lobster salad with potato leek, nest, duck hash on toasted baguette, spiced lamb shanks. I think that's what that was. So is lamb considered red meat? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So I don't think there's any red meat in this then.
Okay.
Yeah, spiked lamb shanks with blood orange relish, roasted quail with brioche and chorizo stuffing, risotto barolo with roasted vegetables, banana foster, and polette. Whoa, that's unpronounceable.
Whoa.
Tachapatolas? Sure.
That was A for effort.
A for effort. Yeah. So, like, if you want to make anything you saw in this movie, like, you can look it up.
You can. It's there.
It's there. The Grand Hotel Poop was also used in the James Bond film Casino Royale.
Oh.
As the Hotel Splendide in Montenegro. Also, the Hotel Grand Poop is a real place.
Is it? Is it really?
It's a real hotel.
We can go to the Grand Poop?
We can go to the Grand Poop. Don't know how much it would cost. It's probably very expensive.
It's probably a lot more than the $4,000 a night.
Yeah, but we could go.
We could. You know what? I'm gonna look.
If any rich person out there wants to take us, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not expensive. We'll see. Kelly will let us know. I'll go to the last one. The congressman's wife says literally one word in this entire movie, and it's asshole. A Kragen.
Not a word wasted.
Not a word wasted. She got the script and was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She's like, I just have to sit there and look pretty and just say asshole eventually. That's cool.
That's great. How much are you paying me? $10,000? Great.
That's great.
And I get to stay in this luxurious hotel?
Even better.
Even better.
How many nights should I look at?
Do 2.
2? Okay. For one room, 2 adults. There are 2 rooms available. One is 327. I don't know what is that the euro sign?
It's probably a euro.
Okay. Euro for 2 nights, and then 390 for 2 nights for a different room.
That's $440 a night, which is not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought. Maybe it's different if I because I can't choose any other rooms.
They literally only have those 2 rooms available. They're like, take it or leave it.
Yeah, because I guess there's 2 different sides of the hotel. There's a park side and then there's a river side.
That sounds beautiful. Riverside.
Oh, I can change it to US dollar. Okay, let me see for 2 nights again. Yeah, so it's like $368 for Parkside and $440 for Riverside.
Not bad.
For 2 nights. Not bad.
If I ever go to the Czech Republic,
yeah,
I'll have to stop by.
That's not even counting for like any spa or anything or
Yeah,
food from there.
not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, not as bad as I thought it would be.
So it's time for the question, Kelly. Is
Okay.
this movie iconic?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, it's
absolutely.
iconic. It's funny. It has a makeover scene, which I love makeover scenes in any type of movie.
Mhm.
They just feel so right. Um, it's got that good philosophy of like, you could die any day. So
Yeah, live your life.
don't, yeah, don't say I'll do it tomorrow. If you can do it today, do it
Do it
today.
today. Yeah, it's peak Queen Latifah.
Mhm.
Like this was like when she was in her bag in like
She
the
really
early
was.
2000s.
Hmm.
Great movie, great holiday, great warm holiday feelings. You'll love it.
Hmm. Hmm. Also, can we get like I think I've said this before and I don't remember what movie, but can we get more like hunky guys playing like the either like the nerdy guy that's actually kind of funny and not offensive to women, and like the kind of like side character love interest that's kind of
Mhm.
nerdy.
Yeah,
Because I
that's
think
a
it's just so funny to see like the hunky guys play like roles that are totally opposite than what they're cast for.
yeah.
It just makes my day. I would like to see more of it, please.
Also, can LL Cool J go back to acting? Like
Right,
he used to be in his bag when he was acting. I don't know
right,
what happened.
right. Someone bring LL Cool J back.
Why'd he stop? Because
Right. Why did he stop?
there are several LL Cool J movies that I love. So we're gonna have to go back to that era.
Yeah, who told him to stop?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It was not me.
I just want to talk to whoever did and just,
Yeah. I just want to talk. Come
talk.
outside. I'm not gonna fight you. Just
I'm not gonna fight you.
come outside. I just
It's
want to
fine.
talk. Okay. Do you have any recommendations for this week?
Yes, I do. Because it's Christmas, I have to recommend you Christmas music because that's who I am.
I also have a Christmas song.
And my first one is obviously Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh, girl, you scared me for a minute. I thought we had the same song. I was about to be like,
Uh-oh. So that's my first one. If you haven't listened to it at this point in Christmas,
It's
where have you
not
been?
possible that you've never heard that song. It's literally
Right,
not
it
possible.
cannot be possible. And if you haven't, welcome. Why has it taken so long? But I'm glad
Yeah.
you're here.
Who's been keeping you in a box for the
Right. Like
last 30 years?
I know who really sheltered you. I just want to know. And my second song is Santa Can't You Hear Me by Kelly Clarkson and Ariana Grande. They came out with it a couple weeks ago.
Did they?
Yeah, it was real quiet. Like I don't know why, but I was looking at my Spotify like close to midnight and then it's like new music from Kelly Clarkson and Ariana
Santa,
Grande.
can you
I'm
hear
like,
me? Like that Jessica Simpson song? Like
no,
Santa,
it's
can you hear me?
no, I think it's different.
Oh, okay.
It's different. It's definitely different, but it's such a good song. It's a bop.
Okay.
It's
I'll
good.
have to listen to it because I did not even know they had a song come out.
Right, me either. I think I would have missed it if I wasn't looking at the right
The
time.
lack of promotion is jarring.
Yeah, it came out early November.
Whoa.
Early November.
Whoa. It is November 21st. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll add it to my list.
Yes.
I start listening to Christmas music Thursday around like 5, 6 o'clock, depending on when I finish my dinner.
Yep.
So
That's what we do too.
be plugged in. I have my Christmas playlist already. Like it's all ready.
Oh my gosh, same. I keep adding like new music and I try not to add like too many covers of the same song, but I'm almost at 10 hours.
I just added the like updated Tori Kelly Christmas songs. I think she
Oh
did like
yeah.
a like special edition for this year with like one
Mm-hmm.
or two new songs added them.
Ooh, okay.
Haven't heard
Check
them,
those out.
but I added them. Like I said, I don't listen to Christmas music early. So is that it for you?
That is it for me.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay.
And mine are going to be happy, sad, happy. So let's get into it.
Okay.
My first one is Christmas, Baby Please Come Home by Mariah Carey.
Oh,
Great.
Great.
It's better than the original. So sorry to those sisters, but look at the material. I'm sorry. The truth had to be said. Great.
Also, Mariah Carey kind of invented the Christmas like song genre, so
She did. And I'm sorry, but if Mariah Carey covers your song, it's her song. It's just
I've
the
never
law
heard
of
of
the
you
land.
before.
It's the law of the land.
You should
like Open Arms. I thought that was her song for years.
It's a Journey song.
Yep, I thought it was her song for years, and then I heard.
I'm so dead.
And then they were like, I think I learned from Glee it wasn't a Mariah Carey song.
I think they
were doing like Journey Week or something, and then they started singing
it was
Open
the
Arms.
Journey mashup. Yeah,
and they were singing Open Arms. I was like, this is a Mariah Carey song. What are you talking about? It's completely not a Mariah Carey song.
Oh my gosh,
but it also
is. For you.
But it also is. So yeah, Christmas Baby Please Come Home. It's one of the greats. Please listen to it. My second one is a little bit of a downer, but it's a great show. It's called. I started watching it last night. Watched it until midnight. I think I have like 2 or 3 episodes left. It's called Dope Sick on Hulu. It's a show. Yeah, it's a show about the opioid crisis and how how Purdue Pharma like pretty much created the opioid crisis by pushing OxyContin to like everyone and like lying about how addictive it was and stuff. Like it's
oh geez,
it has me hooked. It is a good show. And it's not
a chokehold right now.
It is not happy in any way, shape, or form. There's no joy in this show at all, but I am hooked.
But we're there.
I will be finishing it today.
Wow, okay.
Literally, one of the characters was in rehab, and a friend came by to see him, and he immediately was like, yeah, nice to see you. Can you give me some pills? I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Another character was at her AA meeting, went into the bathroom, and she was like detoxing, and it only been like 2 days. And then another person walked in and was like, I can fix that for you. I have 10s, 20s, and 40s. I screamed. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, my gosh. So yeah.
What the heck?
If you're looking for a good time, you won't find it there, but it's a great time. Like, a great show. I'm hooked.
Jeez.
I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna die. So I'm
oh my God. From what I've heard.
I'm preparing myself mentally.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do that.
Let's go to a happier thing.
Yes, please.
On December 2nd, Annie Live is going to be on like NBC or something. Don't remember what channel it's going to be on. I feel like it's NBC. I feel like they're the ones who do the live shows.
Probably.
It's either going to be great or it's going to be a train wreck. Either way, I'm in. Either way, will be tuned in.
You've committed.
I've committed. I've watched every single one of these they've done, except for like the Jesus Christ Superstar one. That was awful. I watched it for like 10 minutes and then I turned it off. But I have been watching all of them, so I will be watching this. Okay. Can't wait. I love to see Black people on my TV, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna watch it. Can't wait. But yeah, those are my recommendations for this week. I really am gonna push for Dope Sick. Please watch it. I want it to win an Emmy. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Right. Thank you so much. Rosario Dawson in her bag. She might win something, and I'm very excited. Yeah, but thank you for listening this week. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an Instagram. I've been reckless on both, so
yes.
Sorry. Our handle for both is at SYTYI Podcast. You missed some great stuff I posted on Instagram. So if you aren't tuned in, like tune in. Like
Please.
you missed a very funny post I made. It probably wasn't funny, but I thought it was funny. Yeah, we also have a YouTube where we put old episodes. I will be putting up, what was the episode we did last week? Don't remember.
Hoodwinked.
Oop, no.
Oh.
It's Booksmart.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oops.
Well, you got a little. Well, by the time you hear this, Hoodwink will be out, so it's fine.
But
yeah, yeah, Booksmart will be up today, the 21st. Yay!
There we go.
Don't forget to send us your movie stories at our email, sy2iipodcast@gmail.com, or you can just like ask us a question or send us a movie request. Like, what's your favorite holiday movie? Have we covered it? Do you want us to cover it? Let us know.
Let us know.
Like, and you're gonna have to hurry because we're like 2 weeks ahead.
Yes.
And then we're probably gonna be 3 weeks ahead because I'm going to Hawaii. So we're one of these weeks we're gonna have to double record. So be prepared. Also share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Also, flu season is here. It really is. I've been seeing reports on the news of like entire college campuses like catching the flu. So we're doing okay with COVID, I guess. Like, okay, like get your booster. But like let's also get our flu shots, y'all. Let's also take care of ourselves. Let's take our vitamins.
Ooh, yes, take those vitamins.
Let's wash our hands. Let's, stay inside when we're sick.
Yes. Be courteous.
All that stuff we're told to do as children that no one ever does. Let's do that.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. The next thing we need in this world is like a flu COVID hybrid. Like that's not what we need in this lifetime.
That's all right.
Like I have enjoyed going out, even though I've been going out with a mask. I've enjoyed going out. So let's
keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way. I would like to go to Mexico for my birthday this summer. So let's make sure Mexico is open so I can go. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. And stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.